Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Tracy. I'm Tracy. Today is a short yoga sequence for neck, shoulders and upper back pain relief. This lovely little practice is the perfect time for some self-care. So take a break from your busy schedule, meet me on the mat as we gently work on releasing tension in those areas. Starting in a seated cross-legged position called Sukasana, also known as easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall, we want to lengthen our spines. If the hips are tight, prop yourself up on a blanket. Lifting hips up will reduce stress and discomfort in the hips, knees and the back. Placing your hands on your knees, closing your eyes, begin to focus on your breath. Just enjoy the inhale and exhale. No need to control or change the breath. Soften the face, relax the shoulders. You may notice your mind starts to wander. Gently redirect your attention right back to the breath. Feeling the natural flow as you breathe in and out. You can continue to keep the eyes closed or slowly opening the eyes, keeping the spine long. Drop your chin to your chest, relaxing your shoulders down. Try avoid rounding your shoulders forward. Holding here for a few breaths as we stretch the extensor muscles in our necks. Stress causes our muscles to tense and this can have a negative effect on our bodies. Today's practice is all about stretching the muscles, which alleviates tension and relaxes the muscles, helping to reduce stress. Releasing neck tension can also help bring your body back into balance. Rotate your head to the right so that your right ear comes towards the right shoulder. If you'd like to intensify the stretch, using your right hand, lightly pull your left ear away from your left shoulder. No pressure down, just lengthening out the side. Long, deep, even breaths in and out through the nose. Holding here for a couple more breaths. Releasing your right hand back onto your right knee. Return your chin to your chest and repeat on the left side. To intensify the stretch, using your left hand, lightly pull your right ear away from your right shoulder. And again, no pressure down, just lengthening out the side. Keeping the spine long as we stretch out the upper back, neck and shoulders. Slowly bringing your left hand back onto your left knee, return your chin to your chest. If your eyes were closed, slowly open the eyes, bring your head back up to look forwards. Bring your arms behind your back and grab your right wrist or hand with your left. Lifted through your chest, gently begin to pull your right arm towards your left until you feel a stretch. Remain sitting up tall, keeping the shoulders down. Continue with the slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Repeating on the other side. Grab your left wrist or hand with your right. If you notice the attention is not on the breath, gently guide it back. Next posture, cow face, will help to stretch and open our chest and shoulders. Stretch your arms out to the sides. Raise your left elbow and bend your arm so your hand comes to your back. Use your right hand to gently pull your left elbow over to the right, or bring your right hand up to reach and hold your left hand. Choose the modification that you're comfortable with for today. You can close your eyes Remaining here for 4 more slow, deep breaths. Repeating on the other side, stretch your arms out to the sides. On your right elbow and bending your arms so your hand comes to your back. Use your left hand to gently pull your right elbow over to the left, or bring your left hand up to reach and hold your right hand. Slowly releasing out of the posture, bring your arms down to your sides. Coming onto your hands and knees, wrists underneath the shoulders, fingertips nice and wide, knees underneath the hips. Nice neutral spine. If kneecaps hurt, double the mat. Make sure you don't collapse into your shoulders. Moving into a spinal flexion, starting with the cow pose. On an inhale, drop the belly towards the mat, lift your chin and chest looking forwards. And on the exhale, moving into the cat pose, draw your belly to your spine and round your back towards the ceiling, release the crown of your head towards the floor. Sink in breath and movement, inhale as you drop the belly, looking forwards. And exhale as you draw your belly in towards the spine. Repeating 3 more times. This lovely little flow helps to warm up the entire spine, loosening tightness in the upper back. Also increase flexibility in the spine while stretching the back, torso and neck. Coming back into tabletop position, neutral spine. On an exhale, bring your right arm underneath your left arm, palm facing up. Let your right shoulder come all the way down to the mat, resting your right ear and cheek on the mat and gaze towards your left. Keep your left elbow lifted and your hips raised. You can use your left hand to really press into the mat. Allow all the tension in your shoulders, arms, neck to drain away. We'll continue holding this posture for around another 30 seconds. Inhaling as you push into your left hand, push yourself back up into tabletop. Repeating on the other side, exhale, bring your left arm underneath your right arm, palm facing up, left shoulder coming all the way down to the mat, resting your left ear and cheek on the mat and gazing towards your right. Using your right hand to really press into the mat. Really enjoy this stretch as we open the shoulders, chest, arms, upper back and neck. It's going to help to release the tension that's commonly held in the upper back and between our shoulder blades. Continue to keep the hips raised and centered. Slowly releasing out of the posture, push yourself back up into tabletop position. Starting on our knees with our thighs off the ground, spine tall. Bend your knees just enough so you can ground your right hand onto the floor slightly behind and a few inches to the side of your right foot. And reach your left arm up overhead and bring it over to your right until you feel a stretch. If this posture is too intense for you, grab a block and place it under your right hand. We are working on stretching the latissimus dorsi, which helps to extend, move and rotate the shoulder joint. Slowly coming back into centre and repeat on the other side. Bring your left hand onto the floor slightly behind and a few inches from the left foot. Reach your right arm up overhead and bring it over to the left until you feel that lovely stretch. This overhead side stretch is quite similar to the gate pose but without the leg extension. Slowly coming back to centre, sitting back on your heels. Place your forearms on the floor, elbows directly under your shoulders. Inhale as you curl your toes under, and exhale as you engage your belly, lifting your knees and sitting bones. Spine lengthened as you straighten your legs, heels towards the mat. Press your forearms actively into the floor. With this dolphin pose, we can release tightness in the trapezius where we can hold a lot of tension. Also brings flexibility to the spine, hamstrings and our calves. If your back is rounding, keep the knees bent. Want to keep the spine lengthened. Slowly lower the knees to the mat. Uncurling the toes, walk the hands forwards, arms long and engaged, fingers spread wide, hands pressing evenly into the floor. Exhale as you lower the forehead to the floor. Keep hips lifted directly over knees. Keeping the arms active, don't let the elbows touch the ground. If it's uncomfortable on the forehead, you can place a blanket underneath. Let the neck relax as we open the shoulders. Keep a slight curve in your lower back and feel that nice long stretch along the spine. Extended puppy pose is a cross between downward facing dog and child's pose. It's gently stretching and opening the spine, chest, shoulders, upper back and the underside of the arms. Inhaling, come back onto all fours. Bring your seat back to your heels. Take your seat to one side and sit with your legs together, extended out in front of you. Placing your hands on the floor next to your hips. We want to keep the torso upright. If you are leaning back, this might be because of tight hamstrings. Sit on a folded blanket or bolster to help lift the pelvis. Sitting towards the front of your sitting bones. Flex your feet, firm the thighs, rotate them slightly towards each other and actively pressing your sitting bones down. Draw your belly in and up. You'll need to keep your abdominal muscles engaged to maintain the pose. We're not only working on strengthening the back muscles and stretching the shoulders and chest, which can help to ease back pain, we're also at the same time strengthening the quads and improving core stability. We will remain in Dandasana for a couple of more slow, even breaths. Coming out of the posture, take your hands behind you, lean back, shake your legs out a few times, should feel really nice. Coming back into Sukasana, a seated cross-legged position. Sitting up nice and tall so we can lengthen the spine. Grab your blanket if you need to sit up. Rolling the shoulders back and down a few times. Reversing forwards. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye. And bearing forwards, whisper Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Please do subscribe to my channel. It's all free and it's a great way to help support free yoga on the internet.